Hello and welcome everybody. This is going to be my first trade and I will show you why did I take this. Alright, so now you can see we have a resistance which previously has been working pretty good, and then we have the breakout. It breaks this resistance, right? So we have a decision point trade as our first trade, and it's about to close right now, 10 seconds remaining. And the entry is basically on a fresh demand area. If you check the lower time frame, let me just okay, the trade closed. If we go back to lower time frame step by step, you will find the entry. This is the entry. See, fresh demand area will be our entry as our first trade. Okay, so the red zone is the entry, and the resistance also is this green area. Okay, we want somewhere that has been being respected, and then the breakout has happened. Okay, so then we find the entry below that. Okay, so I'll just go to the next pair. I was lucky today. I just started looking at the charts and I found that trade and I took immediately. Sometimes I just look for the trade for like 10 minutes and then start recording. All right. I want to take this buy right here because we have if you look at this one, this used to be a supply and now it's a demand, because if you have a supply and it's broken strongly, it becomes a demand. And when we have the market on this kind of demand, most likely they will support it. So this area will be a buyer's area for me. Also, this is a ranging market, so I'm expecting a green candle. That was a winning trade. My entry was a little bad, so I was a little nervous on this one. And yeah, so let me just see. There's an engulfing pattern. If the price was coming down, I would probably take a trade, and there would be forming a this kind of candle. So I would probably find entry somewhere here, but I'm just gonna look for the other pairs now. The market doesn't look very good to me now because it looks kind of weird. See these gaps? That's why I'm saying that it looks a bit weird. We have the same setup as the first trade right here. So we had this ranging market, and then they decided to break this. This area has been a support area and this area has been a resistance area. So also we are in an uptrend. If the price comes down somewhere down here, let me just find the entry. We need a fresh supply. I'm sorry, fresh demand. Okay, so we have two fresh demand areas in this chart. One is this one and another one will be right here, which I think both of them will respect. But like I said before, we always like to take the one with lower risk, which is this one. Yeah. Okay, I want to take a buy right here. Maybe my entry is a little bad again. I took this trade because of this demand area right here, and also lining up with this buyer's area. If you look, my entry should have been exactly right here. But anyways, it was a winning trade. Let me just mark this for you. This is a demand area. If you look closer, I will make it blue. Right? It's basically one of the entries for this decision point trade still. So this decision point right here has two entries. One, the one that we already have taken. The other one would be this one, right? And if we have a trend line or something that is lining up with the entry, it makes it a high probability trade. And if I draw this, it's basically a price channel coming down. I'll make it thick as possible. The blue lines. So it's lining up right on the second entry of this setup. So I took advantage of that. Okay. If it comes down, once again, there will be a reaction point somewhere down here. Okay. So the market is moving something like this. For example, if there was a decision point somewhere here, I'm sorry, I had to draw it like this. All right, let's say this is a decision point, and then it's also lining up with the buyer's entry. It would be the same setup. But now, just don't draw the lines and take some random trades because we don't have anything back here. Okay, I want to take this sell right here. My entry is a little bad again. I go two more up here. It's not only because of this breakout, because it's not a very good breakout. It's against the trend. It's obviously going up. But the thing that really interests me in this trade was this one. So this breakout is not happening at the middle of nowhere. It's happening inside of this. Okay. So this is a failed supply, a failed demand. So there should be something inside of these candles, okay, that they made. Like if you look right here, if you remember earlier, I told you when we have a failed supply, it becomes a demand, right? And vice versa. And now this beautiful demand right here, why it doesn't respecting? If you look right here closely, every single demand in the market should be respected. Okay. If it doesn't respect it, okay, it has a little bit of respect right here. Let me just go to lower time frame to see what's going on there. Oh man. All right. So if you look closer, if we refine this, it has respected a little bit. Okay. Maybe if we were taking a trade here, we would win the trade. Who knows? Right. Let me just go all the way to the lower time frame. All right. So let's go back to 1 minute. So you see that if we were refining this, we probably would take a trade here, even though there's no setup. But you see this demand has been broken. And if you look at these candles, they all have shadows everywhere. Okay. They are not like clean like this one. So you see that if we look at these shadows in lower time frame, there will be some movements like this, right? So of course there will be some fresh supply and demand inside of it. And this breakout right here is happening inside of somewhere that has the potentials of having a fresh supply for sellers to enter. Okay, so if I make this, this is a breakout. First touch, second touch, third touch, and the entry is on this candle, right? And it's in the seller's area. That's why it worked. Otherwise, it wouldn't work at all. And you have seen so many times you take a trade right here, expecting a drop, and it goes even stronger to the upside. Now I'm just going to show you the, yeah, there we go. Show you the supply inside. Boom, this is the supply that made this trade work. Otherwise it wouldn't work. And it's right at the middle of the bigger supply. See? All right, that's what I mean by combining reasons. I'm just going to stop right here. I hope you enjoyed. Don't miss the Telegram channel. And also the new intake for students, for new students, will be on 15 October. And it will be announced in the Telegram channel. If you're interested, just join and wait. Thank you for watching, everybody, and peace out.